I want to increase downloads and monthly recurring revenue for my indie app Launch Buddy. So I ran an ad campaign on YouTube, TikTok and Reddit. But was it worth it? I always struggled with marketing, and after trying to market my app for free for 7 days, which you can watch in this video right here, I thought I should maybe just try paid ads instead. Of course, there are many different places where you can run ads. Just to name a few, there would be newsletters, blogs. You could pay some influencers, so some YouTubers or Instagram or whatever. You can do Apple search ads, and of course you can do social media ads. So I decided to just give social media ads a try, as I expected them to give the best results for the money. More on that later on. But in the meantime, I actually also reached out to 2 blogs and newsletters in the niche of my app, but unfortunately right now they were outside of my budget. So here's what I actually did. I created a brand new Reddit account and I ran a Reddit ad of one of my App Store screenshots. The great thing about Reddit is that you actually get $100 free credit for the Reddit ads system if you just sign up and add your credit card. So that's very, very nice. I then also took a TikTok video that already existed and the one that I created in the 7 days of marketing video actually, and I gave it $5 over the course of 3 days to get it promoted. On TikTok you can either choose your own audience or let TikTok choose your audience. I decided to let TikTok choose your audience because the algorithm is quite sophisticated and I already posted quite a few videos on that account. So I thought that it already understands what my target audience would be. The interesting thing about TikTok is that you don't directly pay in dollars, you actually pay in TikTok coins, and these coins have a different price on mobile versus the web. So if you ever decide to run TikTok ads yourself, I highly recommend to buy the coins via the web version, because then you don't have the additional App Store fee. Next, I also decided to run YouTube/Google ads. So officially you run them through Google ads, but in reality it's just a YouTube video. So I took the exactly same video as for the TikTok ad, which is a vertical YouTube short in this case. My thinking was that a vertical video is nice for mobile ads, since a lot of people obviously watch YouTube on their phones and then it can be displayed in full screen. I thought maybe that's a nice idea, and I gave it $5 per day for 4 days. The interesting thing about Google Ads is it's very similar to Reddit. On Reddit you get $100 of free ad credit. On Google Ads you actually get $400 of free ad credit, but only if you also spend $400 of your own, which I didn't do as part of this campaign obviously. And then I actually have also been running Apple search ads for months now, because they also give you $100 of free credit for the basic tier of Apple search ads. There's also an advanced tier, but I'm just using the basic tier, and these credits finally ran out last month, so I decided to also do another $20 of Apple search ads basic version. My absolute favorite tool to get notified about my app's downloads is App Figures. For over a year now, I've been getting daily email reports about my app's downloads, updates and in-app purchases. And then every week and month I get the respective summaries for those weeks and months. This makes it super easy to understand if my app is moving in the right direction in terms of those metrics, of course. Oh, and they also notify me in the rare case that my apps actually get featured in a list on the App Store. But AppFigures actually also has tons of other features, including really powerful keyword research tools. I can use them to analyze my own app's keywords, but AppFigures is actually much more powerful than that. For example, I can have a look at my competitors' keywords to understand how they perform. And something very unique here is that they update hourly, meaning that you can see the impact of keyword changes almost in real time. Do you want to try out AppFigures? Use the link in the video description for 30% off your first 3 months if you go with Monitor or above. Thank you AppFigures for sponsoring this video. And here are the results. On Reddit I actually got barely any clicks and only spent $6, even though I set the daily budget to $5 over the course of 3 to 4 days, which I don't really understand how that happened. These $6 led to 3,016 impressions, which then led to 26 actual clicks on my ad. That's a conversion rate of 0.8%. Let's keep that in our minds. On TikTok, I spent exactly $15 as I scheduled it to be, which led to 16,200 video views. Those led to 72 clicks, so quite a lot more than on Reddit, but also of course I spent a lot more on TikTok. 24 likes and 2 comments on the video. Not sure if those play any role in the distribution or if they're just there as a vanity metric basically. All of this leads to a conversion rate of 0.4%, which is lower than Reddit, but still a lot more clicks. But I also spent actually the $15, whereas on Reddit I only spent the $6. On Google Ads I spent the full $20. That was an error on my end. I thought I would set it to 3 days, but I actually had to set it to 4 because I expected the ad to take a bit to get accepted, but actually got accepted very quick, so I actually ended up having 4 days in the campaign, so $20 overall. Those led to roughly 4,600 impressions and roughly 2,000 video views, which then led to 7 clicks only. All 7 clicks actually came from the first of the 4 days. So on day 1 I got 7 clicks and then 0 on the other 3 days. It's also very funny seeing these spikes here in the view charts in YouTube Studio. This is where the ad actually kicked in, a new day started and I got more ad budget. So the ad got shown to people and the video blew up. And then all of this led to a conversion rate of 0.3%, which is actually the worst performance out of all of these social media ad platforms. And lastly, the most interesting thing in my opinion are the Apple search ads. I spent $19.12 and I actually got 94 installs, which is way more and actually uncomparably high to all of the social media pages. I can't really tell how many installs I got from the social media pages because the web referrals in App Store Connect are a bit interesting, I would say. They're not very accurate from my experience, but 94 installs is without any doubt the highest number here, the highest bang for your buck. But on Apple search ads, the basic version that I was running, we get no insights about impressions. We might be able to figure that out using App Store Connect, but it's not directly visible in the Apple search ads console. So Apple search ads actually had, with a big margin, the best performance out of all of these ad campaigns. But before you go, here are a few things that I learned, mistakes you can avoid if you plan to run ads yourself. The first one is, don't use a URL shortener for your Google ads. Google doesn't like that and they will reject your ad for it. In my case, I used the Apple short links instead of the full App Store links. So if you only care about reach, then I would probably recommend TikTok, where I actually got 16,200 views, which is way more than on any other social media platform. In general, the conversion rates are pretty low for my social media campaigns, which might mean that my content just was pretty bad and not engaging enough. I definitely agree, for Reddit the screenshot wasn't the best and I've actually completely updated my App Store screenshots for LaunchBuddy in the meantime. But that's something for you to consider as well. Maybe just try out your ad copy beforehand as an organic social media post and see how people react, and then take the best one of those and actually run the ad campaign with that one. The last thing you should definitely take note of is that Apple search ads by far has the best value for your money. Alright, so now it's time for you to let me know which marketing strategy I should try next. Comment with your ideas and then also subscribe if you don't want to miss more indie developer insights.